well, that took us into a match that we were all looking forward to.
Yes.
In Sheamus with Ridge Holland and Butch versus Gunther with his group Imperium.
They're all back together again.
Which
Imperium,
is good. I like
which is
it.
good. Yes.
There's a couple of factors. There's a decent feud brewing with this faction.
Yeah,
I'm going to go as far as to say I think. Well, certainly this was the highest rating I gave any match, and I think it was my favourite match.
Yep.
And I say that for a couple of reasons. And as I was just alluded to when we were talking about the last one, there was no gimmicks, there was no bullshit. It was just a real two old school pros, hard, tough slugfest. I mean, I don't know if you saw the pictures after the match of Sheamus's chest.
Yeah. He was chopped up.
I thought that was just two hard nuts. And it was just, I don't know if you go as far as to say old school, but
No, it was. I agree.
It wasn't, it was just.
It looked like a fight.
Yeah, it was worthy of a championship match.
Yeah.
Two big, strong guys. Both would be over there, like Austria and Ireland, and it's in the UK and the whole Imperial. And I didn't mind, even though they did it on SmackDown a week ago. But they did that thing where Butch and Ridge Holland, and the others are fighting, but Gunther and Sheamus are just standing there eyeballing each other and not worried about what's going on around them. Just the same, we've got laser focus, and I really quite enjoyed the match. I thought it was some of those chops by Gunther. He'd have to be rivaling Ric Flair for the best chops now.
He'd be worse. Those hands are huge. If he's hitting you with that many chops and he's opening up the capillaries in your chest and you're bleeding through your chest, he's hitting you to a point of where and he's got heavy hands. Best match I may have seen Sheamus ever wrestle.
Yeah.
I
well,
would
they
say
say you're only as good as what you've got to work with, and they've both probably come up on that European style. Because the European style, there's not much bullshit and antics. It's but I loved it. I thought Gunther was dominant early, sort of the heel being dominant early. Sheamus sort of coming back a bit, even though he wasn't necessarily the face, but you know what I mean. The chop fest, the 10 beats of the Bowery, the way they did it.
Well, going back to the 10 beats of the Bowery, right?
Yeah.
How many times did Gunther escape it? When it did happen, it meant something. Instead of just being tied up in the ropes and taking the 10 beats, he escaped it probably about 4 or 5 times, right? And put fear to it. What I did like about this match, it was two big guys going at it, but both of them took escape roads and didn't want to take the big moves from each other because they didn't want to get hurt, and they showed fear of what the other one's arsenal was.
I thought of you watching it when you always say, show fear to the hole. When he, so many times he tried to get out of it and not get into the 10 beats.
So when it happens, the fans go, well, he doesn't want this to happen to him.
And then it happens.
It happens and it means more. Yeah. Psychology-wise, it means more. I mean, this is the kind of thing that I noticed in this show was this kind of working, not just everyone taking everything, right, and not showing any respect to the move.
Just as you're talking, I'm thinking of one thing.
What's that?
This is the first WWE show, be it a weekly show or a pay-per-view, where I don't think I saw any super kicks. I just thought of it sitting here, and I'm thinking, I don't think I saw a super kick delivered, which is good, because every match they do 10.
Yeah, that's just true. If it did happen, it only happened once or twice.
Well, no, certainly not enough. So even just little things, and even they, when they Irish whip them and they go through the ropes and they shoulder on the post.
Yeah.
That happens 4 times every match. I think that only happened once. One match.
I think it only happened once, I think.
Yeah. See, this is good. It's just the attention to detail. It's those sorts of things which is making it a bit more. Because as soon as I see a super kick, I think, oh, here we go. I didn't think that once.
The other thing I did like about this particular match too, which I ranked the match very, very high. One of the highest ones that I usually give. So, right, is they were fighting on the top rope.
Yeah.
And I think it was a chop he gave him, and Sheamus come off and hit his back on the ring apron as he come down. Hard bump.
Yeah.
It looks stiff.
Yeah.
But then he sold the back injury, and that's what lost the match for him in the end was the back injury.
Yes.
And he kept that theme going throughout the whole match, telling a story that his back was playing up, and he keep holding his back.
Yeah,
and when he went to, I think he went for the bro kick, and he couldn't do it because of his back.
Yeah.
And that is good wrestling. That is intelligent wrestling, because you're telling a story through what you're doing, and that really impressed me with this match. I think this is the best match I've seen. You know, it's right up there with the Cody Rhodes ones and that kind of thing. The psychology was so good.
Even after the match was over, he was still holding that lower right back.
I hope he's really not hurt. You know, I hope he's really not hurt, because the bump was hard. He landed right on the corner of the ring apron with the center of his spine. I've gone, oh, that had to hurt. Because at the time, I said to Anthony, oh my God, that had to hurt. Right? So, because I think he's gone to control the bump, and he hasn't realized when he's gone over with his left hand on the top rope as he's falling. I don't know if he's lost grip. But when you grab onto the rope, when you're falling, it swings you into the ropes, onto the ring apron, and then bounces you out. If you lose grip, you keep falling on the angle, and generally you'll miss the ring or hit the ring apron edge. So I don't know if he's lost grip as he's come off. But
he's a prolific sweater, so he might have. But regardless, I mean, obviously we hope he's not hurt. And if he's not, all the more credit to him for the way he sold it. And I loved it. I thought it was just a really, really good match. Good, hard, solid.
Anyone that's learning how to wrestle, that's listening to this podcast, watch this match, watch it again and again. Watch how they work and the psychology they use of not taking it, refusing to take a. I think was that the match that they swapped the suplexes on, where one went up and the other one went up and the other one went up, and they kept swapping over the suplex, trying to fight the suplex out of it, so they didn't give each other the suplex. I don't know if it was that match, but there was one of the matches that did that as well. The psychology in the match is brilliant. It's very good psychology. They tell a really good story in it.
It sets up something really good. I mean, while Gunther retained, Sheamus lost nothing.
Oh, no.
And you got the two factions now, Imperium and Sheamus's lot. So I think that's good. I think that's going to open up some good tags and six ways and whatever. And I think it'll be good. I like it.
No, I like it too. I gave it 9 out of 10.
Shit, you went even higher than me. I gave it an 8.
Yeah, I went 9. I was so impressed with the match.
What do you think?
I went with 8 on this one as well.
Okay.
I didn't know how well this match was going to be, but once I saw it was hard hitting, it was everything you wanted. Like as Manson said, this was a match where it was basically two guys fighting for one spot. It wasn't just, oh, I'm going to super kick you here and all this. They were going at it. They didn't pull any punches.
No.
Or any chops for that matter as well.
No, you're right, 100%.
But no, I was very happy with this match. Like I love this match.
Yeah, I think this was good. And as Mike was referring to before, when we had the Cody match with Seth Rollins, there's a couple of real classic matches that people, if they really want to watch and learn and just get an understanding of what to do and what not to do, a couple of matches like that. But that was good.